I wanted to talk about feeling gratitude for the worst of times, for the days where you're depressed, or the days where someone close to you have just passed away, where you're dealing with grief, or the days where you just don't feel great, when the weather is horrible and you've just filled some tests, or the days where you just got to know you were sick, or the days where you spent fighting with your loved ones. There's always days full of trouble, full of pain and suffering. But how can we be grateful for these days? How can we make them worth it? Because I know we don't want to feel these days. We might want to believe that life should just be lived happily, and that these problems and days of suffering are only in our way of truly experiencing some sort of joy. But you see, these problems and moments of suffering, they aren't there to take away enjoyment in our life. They are there to give us more enjoyment. And that's how we can be grateful for them. That's how we can move past them. And let me tell you a story. Some of you might get sick of this story. But when I was young and my uncle passed away, and soon after my grandma passed away, I was in a situation that you would call very rough, and I felt hit completely. I wasn't in a mentally stable and good situation, but after years, I figured that it was enough, that I had suffered enough, and you can do so in a much faster time than I did. Because you see, all I did then after 4 years was learn from it, and I hadn't done that. I hadn't learned from the death of 2 close family members because I was angry and ignorant. I didn't want to learn from them. I just wanted to complain and say that it was horrible that this happened to me, and I was angry with myself and God and the world, and why did this have to happen to me? Until I learned the lesson that changed everything to me. The lesson that death was just a reminder for me to start living, to start enjoying this wonderful and amazing life, to see the beauty everywhere. And that's the lesson you can take from everything bad happening in your life. You can learn from them. You can learn from your depression. Why are you depressed? Figure out that why and figure out how you can move past them. This is the joy and the gratitude for the worst of times. This is how you move past those bad times, and not actually move past, but transcend them, move through them, and make them worth your time. Make them useful. So see what you can learn from the bad days. Think of them right now, after you close down this video. Think of the bad times that you have gone through or are going through. And ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What is the lesson life is trying to teach me? What will help me live an even more joy-filled life than I already did? Don't look back and feel sorry for yourself that you are not feeling the joy you did before the bad thing happened. Look back at the bad thing and see what you can learn from it. See what you can take from it. That will make you move forward into the future that is brighter than your past has ever been. Find the solutions. Those are the things you can be grateful for. And if you find the solutions, your bad things won't be as bad anymore, because you have made them worthy. You have listened to them and made them incredibly useful. You have changed your narrative in life from one in which you lived a victimhood, in which you felt sorry for yourself, into a story of thriving and of transcending and making the most of it. So what will you learn from your bad days? So you can say at the end of your day, today I lived. I made the most of it.